Today we're going to start with.
The Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Apparently, Drew Barrymore has a talk show and she hosted Kamala Harris. And I have to warn you, the cringe on this one is pretty bad, but you probably expected that given it's Kamala Harris.
You were asking me earlier about what it means to be like the first woman. And, it's funny because people still got to get used to this, right? I mean, my staff, for example, sometimes they'll show me little things that just amuse me.
Okay, this is just weird. Imagine being in an interview where someone sits that closely to you and then looks at you like Jeffrey Epstein at a high school soccer game. It is very strange.
Apparently, some people love to talk about the way I laugh.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I love your laugh.
Well, let me just tell you something. I have my mother's laugh. Oh. And I grew up around a bunch of women in particular who laughed from the belly. Yeah. They laughed. They would sit around the kitchen and drinking their coffee, telling big stories with big laughs. I'm never going to be, that's just, I'm not that person. And I think it's really important for us to remind each other and our younger ones, don't be confined to other people's perception about what this looks like and how you should act in order to be, right? It's really important. It's important.
I love your laugh, and I love that message.
So basically what she's trying to say is that it's her culture to laugh loud, which I'm sure she is saying it's racist to criticize that in any way. But the problem is not that she laughs, it's when she laughs. Like this example, when she gets on a stage and she just starts laughing.
Have a seat. Please have a seat. And to my Divine Nine family.
Or another example on a stage where she just starts laughing for no reason.
Good afternoon, everyone.
According to my best ability.
Madam Mayor.
Here's one where she's laughing while talking about droughts.
And I remember watching in the Oakland Hills, Northern California, the landscape turning from green to brown. And everyone, from my mother, our teachers, the radio DJs, KDIA, Lucky 13, saying how important it was to conserve water.
Just when you thought Hollywood couldn't get any dumber, they come up with terms like Mamala.
I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
Many of you have heard me say, I just don't think people should have to go to jail for smoking weed.
Just one problem. When Kamala Harris was a DA, she was doing exactly that.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
We have incarcerated so many, in particular young men and young men of color, in a way that we have not for the same level of use other young men.
We are also changing, y'all might have heard that this week, the federal government's approach to marijuana. Because the bottom line there is nobody should have to go to jail for smoking weed.
Harris oversaw roughly 1,900 marijuana convictions in San Francisco during her time as the city's district attorney, 6% more than her predecessor.
Vice President Harris locked up nearly 2,000 people for marijuana-related offenses while she was California's Attorney General.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like
And I inhaled. I did inhale.
Okay.
If you ever wondered what it's like to be the first gentleman, take a look at this.
So I don't think that the federal government should override the states. I believe in the 10th Amendment, and I really will say that the states are left to themselves.
I want to give the person that you called a hypocrite an opportunity to respond. Do you want to identify that person?
Well, I think if we left it open, we could see how many people smoked pot in high school.
Is there somebody you were specifically thinking of?
Well, you know, the thing is,
he was talking about me.
Yeah, I was talking
about.
That's
what I thought, but I wanted him to say it.
I wanted to make it easier for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just did.
Governor Bush, please.
So 40 years ago, I smoked marijuana.
Please clap.